parts that nobody's ever gonna see, ever. Maybe the next guy who's doing this.
Yep.
I'll crawl up underneath here if I can. I think it's best to roll out. Oh yeah.
Volkswagen yoga. Wanted to come and see what you guys are up to.
Well, I am finally got my hands on Mr. Range's 52 Zwitter.
Nice.
So rough filler today. Hopefully next week it'll go in the high build.
So a question came in for you.
Okay.
And I know we hear this a lot, so I figured we'd ask. What's it cost to get a restoration done?
Well, that's a loaded question.
It's like, how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, how long is a piece of string once you ends up? A lot of it all comes down to time and materials. Our shop rate is $75 an hour, and we do a slight markup on the parts that we get in that we order from all over the world, and that's how we price stuff out. We do have some ranges, so if you want a stock restoration, the car's in pretty good shape. We know it's going to cost, if it's like a Beetle, we know it's going to cost anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000. Depends on the rust, depends on how straight it is, all that other stuff. If we're doing this is shop life, by the way. So if we're doing a really high-end restoration like this one, that has a lot of I can't win for losing here.
Living in my world.
Yeah, I know. Let's go over here where it's a little quieter. So we have some ranges. So 60 to 80,000 is a good general number on a late 60s, early 70s. The older the car or the more rare the car is, the more expensive it gets because the parts are more expensive and much more limited. If we have to fabricate parts, then it's even more expensive than that. We've got a price range on things. We've got a price range on buses, on Type 3s, and like a panel Type 3 is going to be more expensive than a fastback. A Ghia convertible is actually more expensive than a Ghia hardtop because you have the convertible costs. How bad is the rust? How many parking lot dings? What are you going to do for the car? How big is the engine? How big is the transmission? How many, what's the brakes? We could spend $20,000 plus on a chassis, just the chassis itself, no motor. And it's the suspension and four-wheel disc brakes and a really nice beefed up rear end and front end and double A-arm suspension from Cool Rides Kustoms. That's put together and assembled on your pan, about $23,000. So how much does it cost? I can't tell you. Send me a picture and we can estimate it and tell me what you want. If you want like checkerboard pattern, like old mini style paint on your roof or lace pattern, it's going to cost more than a straight paint job. If you want to do two-tone, it's going to cost more than a single tone. If it happens to be red or black, it's going to be more expensive than it's white.
Why is that?
The cost of red pigment and black pigment is more. So the paint actually costs more for us. There's just too many variables. I can't really nail down. I mean, it's like we have some clients we just don't have a budget on. And it's like we have a general idea. Clients have a general idea, but there's no real budget. So, how long is a piece of string and which end is up? That's all I can tell you guys. Merry Christmas coming up in 2 weeks. So enjoy yourselves and hope Santa gets you all the VW stuff that you want. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey Rodney, what can you tell me about this Ghia? What's going on?
Mr. Schutte's Ghia, 71.
Yeah.
Yesterday we did the whole engine compartment, replacement sheet metal,
Okay.
welded in a bunch of holes in it. Welded in the holes from where somebody pulled this dent out. the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way?
The old-fashioned way with a dent puller.
Oh.
Screwed it in, dent puller. So about 50 holes right into there.
Oh.
So anyway, we cleaned up took the air cleaner mounts off. Took off the old computer mounts for the old diagnostic ports. Cleaned up a few holes that had been drilled in for some reason or another. Replaced the battery tray on that side. Replaced the rear apron here and the complete rear apron down here at the bottom.
Very nice.
So all that will get completely cleaned up and repainted in the original color that it is now.
Very
Now
nice.
we still got rockers to do.
Okay.
Got into the rockers yesterday. Found a few rust holes in it. New sheet metal will be here next week.
Next week, okay.
Next week, so it'll be complete there. We've already got the outer skins that just have to take the inner part. The dash will end up being smoothed out as well.
Yeah?
So we'll get rid of everything except for the top dash pad. All the other holes will get filled. Inside, we're going to eliminate the master cylinder reservoir up top. We'll put a plastic one into the master cylinder itself and clean all that up. That'll get a whole new wiring harness, and all this will get cleaned and painted as well. So we're getting 2/3 of a paint job.
All right, that's good.
Front clip and the roof are not getting painted per the client's request.
Okay.
So we'll make it look pretty again.
We are working on Miss Taylor's Euro Beetle. Putting brand new transmission in it, getting it all hooked back up now. Still got to do a bumper to bumper, make sure everything's good for him. So he's ready to get his car back on the road again. We've added in these little micro lights right here for the rear, for his turn signals, and then on the front, so that because he wanted to build, everybody know he was turning, we have actually incorporated in behind the horn grills.
Oh, nice.
So now he has functional turn signals front and rear instead of just the semaphores.
Great.
He's elected not to fix semaphores yet because, budget and all, but people will know he's turning now.
That's a good thing. That's
And he'll be able to drive it. I don't think he's drove his car in, a year? Let it run? Yep. Yeah, about a year because the transmission went out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Right.
so his car's been sitting for a year. So we're bringing him back to life so he can start driving his little Beetle again.
Fantastic.
Yeah.